Today we're going to review Brewers Best Weizenbier, which I bought through bellsbeer.com, which has ended up being a great site for me. I love to go out there, and they have great deals, not only on their beer kits, but on their beer or homebrew supplies. This kit sells for $26.50 right now, or around 50 cents a beer, depending on what your yield is. I got a really terrific yield out of this last batch. So it ended up being actually under 50 cents a beer. They describe it as, or I should say the Brewers Best describes it as an easy drinking summertime classic, light bodied with a smooth finish. And to be quite honest, this is the beer that really got me interested in doing home brewing. I was introduced to it by my brother when I visited him one day, and he started to pour this. Wasn't sure what it was. I didn't know that he had brewed it himself, and it's darker in color, it's a dark amber. And I thought, well, this is going to be a beer that I just don't like, because anytime I've had something that's been on the dark side, it's tended to be a little on the bitter side, and I just haven't enjoyed it. But boy, was I surprised. And it's ended up actually being my favorite of all the beers that I've brewed. As far as fermentation goes, there's usually about, with this kit, what I've noticed all the times I've brewed it is there's about a day lag. And then you get some fermentation that's relatively stable fermentation for probably about 5 to 6 days. I always move over to a secondary just to get a little more clarity. Although I have to say I don't think it's needed. Being in a primary for a week, you're probably just about ready to bottle it at that point. Their target ABV on this is about 4.5 to 4.75. I ended up with a 4.75, and this beer has been here now for, I would say, 3 weeks. So let's open it up and give it a shot. It has a very nice cream-colored head. I mean, that is just a delightful looking beer, and a very nice amber color, slightly cloudy, slightly cloudy, which I guess you'd expect from a Weizenbier. Has a really nice aroma. You can really smell the, slightly fruity ale type aroma that you would expect. Oh my God, that is just, it's such a wonderful beer. I mean, I can't say enough good about this beer. It's really ruined me for drinking mass-produced beers. It has, just a wonderful light body to it. It has a really flavorful aftertaste as well. The carbonation spot on, at least it's what I like. And maybe that's due to, the 5 ounces of priming sugar versus 4 in some of the other beers that I brewed. I'd say, by and large, this is absolutely, as I mentioned, my favorite beer so far. I'll probably always have a kit of this sitting around on the shelf that I can fall back on. When I made my first batch, it was gone in probably a week and a half. I mean, everybody liked it that much. Even my son's girlfriend, who doesn't particularly like homebrew, really liked it. And I haven't found anyone so far that I've given it to that hasn't liked it. I'd recommend this beer to anyone starting out in the home brewing. I think it's something you can step into easy. It's easy to brew. It's not complicated, and you're going to get a wonderful flavored beer. And it's just great. It's just a great beer. I'm not a beer connoisseur, but I know what I like, and this rates right up there. Coming up next, we'll have a blonde ale that we'll be looking at. That one's still fermenting at this point, so we're a ways away from actually talking about that one. And then there's a Scottish ale that I've got kind of hanging back in the wings. I haven't brewed it up yet, but I'm looking forward to that one too. It's supposed to have some kind of chocolatey overtone, so looking forward to seeing how that turns out. But until next time, cheers. It's delicious. Can't say anything more about it. This has been a Matty Boy presentation. Say bye-bye, Matty.